Sometimes I just really, really ask and I purposely cry to make them go back together, but it doesn't work. It really doesn't work. You feel sort of powerless.
To tell you the truth, I don't really think it's really my fault. But sometimes I feel like I could go back in time and fix it.
Make it okay by saying, oh yeah, I'm strong. I can make sure I still have their love with me. I still have their memory with me.
Those are just some of the kids interviewed in the candid and honest new documentary called Split. On the phone, consultant on the film and divorce coach Christina McGee. Christina, what do you think about this new study saying, don't worry, kids will be just fine, they can adjust?
Well, I think divorce doesn't have to equal devastation. I agree with that. However, parenting kids through divorce is a marathon, not a sprint. And you can't fast-track your kids through divorce and think, okay, we hit the 2-year marker, they're going to be great. There are so many issues that kids navigate every single day, just like that clip illustrated. And most of them, parents never know about. Let's say Sarah has her first speaking role in the school play, and since mom and dad are divorced, they don't sit together anymore. So instead of being excited about the play, Sarah may be angsting over who does she look for first? Is she going to upset one of her parents? And I think that's really what Split's all about. It kind of pulls back that curtain and gives parents a glimpse of, what it's like for kids. What are they really thinking and what are they really feeling? And how do you stay mindful of what matters?
No one can replace our parents, and I just don't like the feeling of a new mom or a new dad because it's kind of weird, and I don't want it to happen again.
That's Split. It's a new doc on divorce. And we're talking about a new study as well, saying that divorce actually makes kids pretty well adjusted. Joining me now, Emma Johnson from Wealthy Single Mommy. In addition to Christina McGee, consultant to that film, also divorce coach. Mona's going to weigh in as well. Let's go ahead, Emma, and just start with you. And we lost her. Yeah, that's what happens with Skype. So you were saying some amazing things during the break. Emma, your thoughts on the documentary versus this study and the conversation that we're having?
I just think that kids are smart. They know. And I think that it's true. You have to be happy in order to make your family happy. And just staying in it for the wrong reasons is just not a good thing. It doesn't help anyone.
So, Christina, for a family that's going through divorce right now, because you're a coach, and they're freaking out about what this is going to do to the kids, what do you say to them right now?
Say you got to put the oxygen mask on yourself first. Emma's absolutely right. Happy parents, better parents, resilient parents raise resilient kids. So focus in on making sure that you're paying attention to your feelings. You can really support your kids as they go through this. How parents handle the hard stuff, that's what matters.
Looks like we got Emma back. All right. We've got comms, Emma. Your thoughts about this documentary and also this new study?
Well, the study doesn't surprise me at all. I am both the product of a divorced family and now I'm a divorced single mom myself. And divorce is always very hard and it's always difficult, but it can also produce two parents who are much happier, children who are much better off than being in a contentious marriage, and parents who can work together and thrive as co-parents even if they're not married anymore.
Yeah, Emma, we were all talking about this, that our kids really, at such a young age, if you listen to the documentary Split, just what they say, they're so smart. It's like they see if you're kissing. They see if you're hugging. They know if you're fighting.
They also learn. That's so true. My children are tiny. They're just turned 3 and 5. And, I think about my son, even when he was 1 year old, he understood everything that was going on. They pick up on the tension, and they also pick up when we're happy, thriving parents, individual people that get the best of us as parents.
Right. So, Christina, you don't stay together for the sake of the kids. How many times do we hear that, right?
Oh, absolutely. But parents really, really struggle with that myth, thinking that if they stay together, their kids are going to benefit in the long run. And actually, they don't.
No. And I think that's where kids learn about relationships, watching their parents interact. And I think that there's a very dangerous message that you send, staying in it for the wrong reasons, because then they have a tendency to want to make wrong relationships right, make them work, and they stay in it for the wrong reasons, and they have unhealthy relationships. I think it's counterproductive.
Points well made.
I totally agree. Another point that I'd like to bring up, I'm also a blogger. I interact with lots of divorced families, and I'm seeing the same story again and again in my personal life and with other divorced families, where the fathers, who are good, devoted dads, but they're maybe not showing up and participating as much as the mothers would like them to, thanks to the help of a separation agreement, a custody agreement, the dads really just step up. They appreciate the time with their kids so much more. They really thrive as fathers because they're forced to.
Emma, Christina, Mona, great discussion. Thanks, guys, so much. And I'm a product of divorce. I think I did okay.
You seem pretty well adjusted.
Darn it, my mom did a great job. And I'm very thankful for also the man that she married years later. Thanks so much for joining us on Raising America. The conversation continues online.